I'm going to be showing you how to make paintings similar to this. First off, what you're going to need is a garbage bag to help cover the surface that you're choosing to paint on, some safety pins to help your painting dry, some acrylic paints. I recommend 3 to 5 different colors, and depending on the size of canvas that you use, you're going to need multiple of the same color. Some glue is optional depending what type of painting like that you want to do. Some solo cups or cups that you're willing to get paint on, and a canvas. Your first step is you want to get your solo cup ready. For this one, I'm going to pour the glue in first. Next, I'm going to go with white. I'm going to put a lot of white in because I want white to be the main color. Next, I'm going to go dark blue. I might put a little bit more white in, actually. Feel free to be very liberal with how much paint you put in, especially with big canvas like the one I'm using. Then I'm going to go light blue. We'll get some yellow in there. And finally some brown. So next you're going to want to take your canvas and place it on top of the solo cup very carefully. Make sure that it's pretty snug, and then you're going to flip it all down. You can make it better. Okay, and then when you're ready, you're going to lift up the solo cup. Let it drain out a bit. Okay, flip it over. And then what you do now is you just move the paint along the canvas, like so. So I've just finished doing this corner right here. With the first cup, you want to try and get at least 2 corners. This corner took a really long time to do because we started here. It's very slow, so I just skipped through it a little bit. Now you're going to want to, now that I've finished my 2 corners, I'm going to want to flip this over and see. So maybe I can cover this hole right here if I turn my canvas this way. No, it doesn't look like it's want to move. So if you look here, I still have some paint left over. So I'm going to flip it here in this corner and let it sit. And while it sits, you can go through what I've already done. Just zoom in, go through it. So while we wait to just make sure that all the rest of the paint gets on the table, I'm just going to show you what the effect of glue. So if you zoom into this corner here, you can see how the paint is kind of pixelated, and over here too, how it's like blue and it's really small dots. That's what the glue does. If you look at this one, you won't find that same type of pixelation because this wasn't made with glue. So now it's time for me to lift up this cup. You can see that there's not much paint left, so immediately I'm just going to go to this corner here. And then switch down quickly. First I'm going to cover that where the cup is. We don't want that. And then we'll go down. Okay, so now that I've done that corner right there, I'm going to put more paint in the cup so that we can finish it off. I'm not going to put as much glue this time. I'm going to focus more on the paint. Now, for this part, when you're adding more, you have to remember, try to keep with the same, like I put a lot of white, and then we'll put a lot of blue, okay? I'm trying to find out which one I did. I think I used this blue here. So you want to shake it, and then you can get more in. And then use yellow. Make sure you shake the paint so you can get them in. So when you're deciding where you want to put it, I'm going to put it here so that I can go to the corner, but I'll still have some room to try and get over. So you do the same thing and flip it over. Okay, so I'm going to give it a second. So now that I've waited a second to make sure that the paint gets on, I'm going to lift up my cup and do it again. So this kind of blends in with the top right here, so we're going to make sure we're touching it. Way down. And then we want to go back down. So, just want to go down slowly. Try not to destroy everything that we already have. So we'll go down. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I am just finishing it up. You can see how I blended it in with the top and came back down. And then once I'm done, I'm going to fill in here, and then I'll let you know when I'm done. So right now I'm just going to finish up this last spot that I have. Almost dropped it. Watch as it goes down. And this part is very quick moving, so you want to be careful. Just going to go past that white part, and then I'm going to go back, 1, so I can make sure it's blended, and 2, to make sure that it's on the same level. So now that we're going to let it dry, we're going to take out the pins, and we're going to put them into the corners of the painting. Okay, so now we're going to flip it over like this and let it dry. So this is the painting all complete. Unfortunately, it takes a while to dry, but one thing you can do to speed it up is just blow dry it a little bit like this. Go back and forth. Do that for a while.